Yeah, and we'll see what Gnome can get done. This is kind of the debut, at least on the broadcast for Champingo. We'll see what they can get done. They're going to be playing Horde side in the Alliance base, and then for Gnome, they're also a Horde roster, taking the Alliance side of the map. The gates going to be opening up here very, very shortly, but we'll see. Both these teams have rogue, so kind of expect a solid rogue defense coming in from both Voxy and DDCL. And we'll see how these druids respond. And one thing I'm noticing is there's actually no druid. We're talking about druids so much, and Champingo, they don't even have a druid on their team.
Yeah. So they're probably gonna have mage flag carrying on the side of Champingo. And I gotta just put you on the spot real quick, man. Who do you got? Noxy or Voxy?
Noxy or Voxy? I don't know. I feel like if I just look at this, the thing is, I've seen Champingo play on some of their streams, and they're definitely a really solid team, like you said. But not having the druid, I feel like that's so risky, and I feel like that might be one of the reasons why we are seeing them in the lower side of the bracket right now, when you wouldn't really expect that. So, I mean, just on paper, I feel like Gnome is going to have an edge in this one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, not having a druid, we were just talking about how impactful they are. Not having it is going to be a deal breaker. But these mages are playmakers. These mages, I expect to see some fancy stuff coming out of Noxy, coming out of Zizgod, and Genova as well. So we're going to see what they can do here. And when it comes to the actual team fighting in mid, I would actually give Champingo a pretty decent advantage there. So they have gear, they have big damage, and hopefully they can keep their flag carrier alive.
Yep, and it looks like it is going to be Genova Hero who charges forward. Voxy playing defense in the base. This should be an interesting skirmish. We'll see if Genova can actually escape the base. Let's see it right here as he moves forward. Ice Bear is up, ready to go. The sap comes in on the free action potion. He just ice blocks it, immediately gets resapped on his ice block. And it does get the Skull of Impending Doom. Nice plays there. Mage definitely able to get some work done. It goes for the ice block, pick up the flag once again.
Oh.
Beautiful plays coming in from Genova, but I mean, he basically expended every single one of his defensive options in order to make that happen, but he does escape, and now if he can reconnect to his team, which it looks like he's going to be able to, it looks like he should be able to cross the map.
And that's exactly what we're talking about. These mages are playmakers. I've seen them in action before. I expect Genova now to drop the flag to maybe Noxy or Zizgod, who still have all of their ice blocks, and if he is ever in trouble, we can expect him to maybe blink, drop it to one of the other mages. And right now you can see the whole team of Champingo, their entire strategy is don't let the druid cross. If they can get the druid, oh, look at that charge on the charge. Genova Hero here. Beautiful stuff here, but he's going to get clothesline. He just trinket out of that piercing howl. And the next time the warrior connects, he's going to have a blink in a couple of seconds. And that is going to be enough for him to get away here. Beautiful plays so far out of him. If they can reach Musho, doesn't look like it. Musho is already just long gone in his own tunnel, basically chilling. So I think Genova, he's going to have to drop that flag for sure to somebody else, because if he gets coiled or anything, he's a dead man.
Yeah, and such a really important thing we can kind of touch on for those of you that don't know. For mage, flag carrying, a really, really important part of your utility is ice block. And what you basically do is if you get caught in a situation where you don't have blink and you're in a stun or you're in crowd control, you can just quickly ice block, and then as fast as you possibly can, you cancel the ice block, you click on the flag, and then you can continue to move around, freeing yourself. It's basically an additional trinket you can use to get you out of any crowd control as a mage. The thing is, if he doesn't have that, I mean, ice block and cold snap, really, really long cooldowns. Without that utility, that's when it becomes really scary to capture or carry the flag as a mage. That's why I'm a little bit surprised that they haven't actually dropped the flag to one of these different mages, but maybe he's had enough time for Ice Block to rotate back up. And, I mean, in this defensive position, Champingo, they're looking solid so far.
Yeah, you guys should definitely take Varuki's word when it comes to ice blocking here. And Genova, I don't think he's going to have it. I'm sorry, I had to do it one time, okay? It was completely quiet. I can feel him staring at me right now. Stop staring, man. I can see you on Discord, bro.
I'm not staring at you. I'm just watching the games.
Okay. But yeah, I do agree with you. For the record, he should potentially drop it to one of the other mages. And Nuxie's just gonna stand there though, ready. I think Maybe he will just kind of hold it as a bait and then blink, drop it to Noxy later. The most important thing is, though, that he just has a secondary mage there with him who can pick it up if things get a little bit dicey. They are definitely playing a very delicate game here, but the more time they buy themselves, the better it is for themselves to build up their offense. And now their offense is actually going to be pushing. Mushu, let's see what you can do here. Catastro is already dead here, and they're already throwing out the dispels. They're already making their way across here with the rocket boots, with the free action potions. Steezy leading the charge. Can he connect onto the druid? The druid is already jumped down. Ooh, big damage here from the Ellie Shaman. The flashbomb comes out as well,
no. There it is, the big one-shot. Can he land? And Mushu gets absolutely devastated. Big NS heal comes in, but it is not enough of a heal, and Mushu might just fall. It looks like he will. This could be a captain siege. Genova, what's he going to be able to do? Unfortunately, they pick up the flag. Is he going to be able to escape the flag room? Doesn't really look like it. Castro, once again, doing a great job. And it looks like he will actually get away. Beautiful pickup there by Castro. And that's one of those things we've seen him do throughout the entire day is back up Mushu, pick up the flag. And Genova can't believe what just happened. He was just waiting there to capture the flag, but Catastro had different plans today.
Catastro has been playing out of his mind this whole tournament. I gotta say, he is really a big reason to why Antino has been doing so well so far. And it's just beautiful to see this guy time and time again, always there at the right spot, always so quick with the click, always so fast to pick up the flag and run away. But once again, Mushu here in a kidney shot, no trinket available. Do they have the damage? I think DDCL is getting a little bit antsy here, getting a little bit ahead of himself. The Warlock is going to get destroyed right there. And I think the offense here of Champingo is going to be wiped. Mushu should have no problem getting back into the good graces of his roof. And once again, set up a new offense here onto Genova Hero. But Champingo did also wipe the offense of Anti-Gnome with that push. So that was super close for Champingo getting the first cap. I mean, if Catastro isn't that fast with the click, somebody else gets the click, that's a cap. So this game is definitely going in favor of Champingo so far in the initial couple of minutes.
Yeah, and so far, I mean, it's been looking good for the mage, capturing or actually carrying the flag in the match. You can see Anti-Gnome, they're setting up their offense right now. And once again, we have Champingo in a very defensive position at the top side of their base on the ramp. And it's looking good for them so far. There's just not enough numbers. Definitely don't want to be moving in 3 versus 5. And that's another nice thing about when you have a mage carrying the flag is that mage can deal a lot of damage. So you can definitely get punished on your push. If you don't have enough pressure on him, he will be able to really, really punish you when you do try to make those plays. For Mushu right now, he's also in a really solid spot as both teams are looking to set up their offense and make kind of an offensive play right now.
Yeah, and I actually do think that the offense of Champingo looks a little bit more coordinated, a little bit more kind of deadly, if you will. And we're going to see if they can set something up here. Right now, there's a 4-man defense plus Mushu, of course, on the side of Anti-Gnome. And you can see Steely Swag, the Warlock. Is his name Cash Me Out? That's the Warlock's name. All right, cash him outside, but he is inside the tunnel right now with his teammates. They're going to go out and use those free action potions. They're going to use those rocket boots, use those movement speed in effect. Hunter's trying to slow everybody down. Lol QQX staying in the back, making sure everyone is mobile, making sure everyone is chopped up. Spam healing Cash Me Outside right now, but Cash Me Outside not going to be able to make it out too far ahead here. Can he reach the Druid, though? All he needs to do is just press coil and shadow burn. Druid caught up in a flash bomb, and here we go. Cash Me Out, dude. He goes for the invis into the shadow bolt, and he's going to get another one. That's it. Musher's dead. They got to pick it up again. Catastro with the catastrophical place here. Picks it up, runs it down to the graveyard. Musher is there. He's going to drop it once again. Unbelievable. This guy, unbelievable. I just got to call out. The Warlock, Cash Me Outside, used a gnomish cloaking device there, managed to get all the way up, and then he popped his cloak device and started hard casting his shadow bolts from stealth on the Druid, which is the reason why he died. I mean, if Champingo win or lose, these guys are a joy to watch. The first non-Druid team playing in the tournament, and they are making it look close.
I mean, they definitely are. That was such a solid push, but once again, Catastro coming in clutch. picking up the flag from Mushu, who was about to get devastated by Cash Me Out and those Shadables. And once again, we're back in that kind of default position. Take a look at the scoreboard really quick. I don't think this is going to be one of those matchups. I would be willing to wager that I don't think this is going to be one of those matchups that does come down to killing blows. But if you are interested, right now it is the team of Champingo that is way ahead in terms of killing blows. Zizgod by himself has 9. The next highest is Trig at 3. So definitely doing a great job setting up the offense of his team, but it is going to be an offensive push from both these teams. As you can see, the team of Champingo marching up the Horde side tunnel, and let's see if they can actually land that kill onto Musho. And it's just a matter of time. I mean, this team, basically, if they see Catastro even close to Musho, they just need to be spam clicking around him as fast as they can, because there is a good chance that Musho will be dropping that flag. If they can kind of catch them off guard, that would be a huge advantage for Champingo.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Zizgod right now by himself is tied on killing blows with the entire squad of anti-gnomes. So in terms of offense, in terms of damage, definitely looks like Champingo are ahead. But once again, offensive push coming through here. Cash Me Outside gets caught up in a polymorph trying to make his way across. But those reaction potions are on cooldown. Finally coming off cooldown. I'm going to pop them right now and look to close the gap here onto Musho. Musho might be waiting a little bit too long here. If they can connect onto him, he could get destroyed immediately. That Destro Warlock gonna jump down now, realizing the danger that he is in. But here we go. Can they reach him? Trig Shady is there backing him up right now. And it looks like Musho is going to be able to just survive on his own right now with that mage, slowing everybody down. Trig Shady going to go ahead and use his evocation, reloading his nanobar and getting ready for slowing and spamming out those polys. There's an Elish Shaman though. If the Elish Shaman or the Warlock can ever connect on this Druid, he could get erased. Oh, there's a rogue here. Musho just jumped across here into the Elish Shaman. This is dangerous territory. Musho could be making a mistake here, almost getting open on by that rogue. And you can see they're all trying to chase him down here on the graveyard, but Musho is running circles around everybody right now, and he's just going to sit down and drink and be completely fine. On the side of Genova is just sitting alone right now with a shaman by his side. I'm actually really, is it a priest? Like, yeah, it is a priest. So they have a 2-man defense on the side of Champingo.
2-man defense, yeah, definitely a bit of risky plays. I mean, so far, Champingo's defense has consisted of a lot of offense, I want to say. So basically what they try to do is with their 3 mages, they try to just isolate a target and explode it. We have Pompyro mages able to put out a ton of damage, and anytime we see Anti-Gnome make an offensive push, they just try to go all in with big Pyroblast, Blast Wave, Goblin Sapper charges, all the good stuff to just put out as much damage and try to just wipe that offense before they can even really start developing any sort of lead. But right now you can see Champingo, they have a huge offensive push ready to go. You can look really quickly at Steezy and see where he is, just waiting in the tunnel. Everyone just buffing up, eating their food, getting their mana, waiting for the speed boots, and that's when we're going to be seeing, there's a little bit of preparation in Classic. So they're making sure they take all those preparations, all the precautions, have full mana, and here it is. The speed boot's going to be popped out by Steezy as he leads the charge. We can follow him potentially as he goes after Mushu and caught into the scatter trap with the entire team of Champingo, and their offense is looking to make a play, but they're just getting rotted down. So much damage. Catastro might actually just take one of them down. Big heal onto Cash Me Out as he desperately tries to get into position, but if he falls, the offense likely will end. But Musho, he's actually caught. Steezy's there. DDCL has actually caught him into a flash bomb, and now Musho's in a lot of trouble as the entire offense of Champingo is actually on target. Big damage potentially here. Can they get it? Do they have the damage to take him down? DDCL, really nice blind. Just trying to slow down some of the heals. It looks like Mushu might be able to hold on. There's just so much pressure on the Champingo and their offense. The kidney shot does land, but I just don't know if they have enough damage. I don't know if they can cut through the heals at this point, as it looks like they will get wiped, and they do have some defenders as well spawning in the graveyard, and Musho is just going to be retreating and repositioning towards them.
But DDCL actually did force out the trinket of Musho right there at the end. He trinketed a kidney shot, so they're going to have a 5-minute window where they can punish that, and The defense here on Genova, there's a push happening here as well on that side, but they are getting wiped. And the defense now is looking a lot better on the side of Champingo. They got triple mage, hunter, priest, defense. And I mean, I don't know what to say about that. I wouldn't want to go up against that comp in the defense because you're going to have a hunter snaring you down with the frost trap and flaring. And then you're going to have 3 mages with rank 1 bolts and control, and then a priest who can dispel all those free action potions. So very nice setup so far from Champingo, and they're playing it out beautifully. That shaman on their side was so close to actually taking down Mushu. If it wasn't for a counterspell there that got secured on the elemental mastery Chain Lightning, I'm pretty sure Mushu would have died earlier in that flag room. So Champingo definitely having a good punch so far on their offense, but they haven't been able to find that flag return just yet.
Definitely not. But that's one thing I kind of mentioned about Champingo is that offense is just so strong. This is actually something I exclusively remember from this team and the stream watching them, is they just did such a good job just making sure they isolate a target and nuke it down. So just watch for that during this next push from Anti-Gnome. Which target are they going to pick? How are they going to utilize these 3 mages to really just try to shut it down as fast as they can, with the arcane power, with the Palm Pyro, and that's something we're likely going to be seeing here very, very quickly.
Yeah, and we're going to see another offensive push here potentially happening. Let's see what they can get done. They're connecting onto Mushu, but the Warlock is downstairs. They're trying to force Mushu to jump down, but Mushu is super low right now. Catches a big heal, catches a shield right now by his priest, and he is, by the skin of his teeth, going to survive. And Anti-Gnome playing it out well here, not jumping down in that situation. If they had jumped down, could have been extremely difficult for them to survive. It was only a rogue and a warrior up there, so playing it out patiently, even though it was a close call, and it's going to work out for them because downstairs, Cash Me Outside is waiting. Ooh. How about that?
Here comes the push from Anti-Gnome. They're trying to get on top of this mage. Can they do it? Genova here are trying to make the run, but they are all over him at this point of the game. This is where it could really backfire. They're trying to get counter pressure. Can they take Maddox down? That would be so big for them if they can actually take down the Warlock. At the same time, Genova taking quite a bit of damage, but look at these mages just spamming out Arcane Explosion, spamming out the counter spells, and the offense gets wiped as quickly as they're able to make it in. And that's just, that's the power of having that mage as a defender. 3 mages as a defender. You can kind of group everybody up and then literally AoE farm them like they're trash in Zul'Farrak. And that's what we've been seeing over and over and over again. And I feel like Anti-Gnome, they kind of have to go back to the drawing board because it doesn't seem like this is really working too well. And if we look at killing blows, we're almost 20 minutes into the match and it is a landslide. It is not even close. Alliance side, Champingo, Zizgod especially, he's got 17 killing blows, which is, I think, as much as everyone else on Anti-Gnome combined.
Yeah, definitely. If this comes down to kills, Anti-Gnome is not going to be in a good spot. But I don't think it's going to go down to kills. There's been too many close calls on these flag carriers, especially on Mushu. So I think Champingo right now is looking pretty good in this situation. They just wiped down the offense of Anti-Gnome, and now they're going to look to regroup here again. But Madnox is making a push here through the tunnel with a couple of Anti-Gnomes. Let's see what they can do. They got TQL there. They got 4 people here in the tunnel looking to set something up. But on the flip side here, we got another offensive push happening as well onto Mushu. Let's see what he can do. He's already on the graveyard with a free action potion, running for his life, showcasing why the Druid is basically just a superior flag carrier. Let's see if anybody can reach him. It doesn't look like it just yet. Mushu is just going to be chilling. And now I think we should worry more about Genova here, man.
Yeah, definitely we'll see if Genova can survive, but it seems like just with this positioning, they have big damage. Maggie might actually fall. This is not good. The Hunter falls down. Vix gets caught into the crossfire. Double improved counterspell going out. TGL silenced. S-Devil silenced as well, as all 3 mages are charging forward, looking for the arcane explosions. And once again, this offense gets wiped. Nicely done there by Champingo. And they're looking very, very solid here, just completely destroying this offense any single time they are pushing in. And that's one of the things. I think the Restoration Druid it has a big edge in just in terms of maneuverability, you know, being able to sneak in, pick up the flag, cross the midfield. But it seems like in this position, the mage isn't necessarily that disadvantaged with the way they're playing it. And you can tell at Champingo, this is probably a strategy that's pretty exclusive to them. Like I said, I've seen them do this before, and they're implementing the same strategy, you know, months in the future, and they're making it look really, really nice.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun strategy to watch. If not for anything else, it's kind of a bloodbath. Usually, when you see druids, it's more about positioning and kiting, and then maybe a rogue or a warlock or someone can catch the druid, kind of intercept him before he can get, before he can make a full circle essentially around the roof to the graveyard through the tunnel. And with the mages, it's more like, okay, well, they're engaging. Let's have our non-flag carry mages go in first, and then Genova Hero can even go in and add a little bit of damage there as well. And it's working out beautifully for them so far. The problem is, I think Rogues definitely is kind of a counter to that strategy. But so far, Voxy hasn't been able to do too much here. I don't think he should actually be waiting downstairs. If he can sneak in, I think that would be huge for them, because the biggest thing about a mage is when you get jumped by a rogue, you got that crippling poison on you right away. You're going to be starting off on the back foot. But if it's just warriors and stuff kind of charging through, then you're going to have a pretty easy time, as we've seen so far from Champingo. Now, Anti-Gnome, though, making a push here through the tunnel, and they are behind everybody. Actually, both teams are basically in the tunnel, but I think Champingo could be on the back foot here, man.
I think you could be right about that, but they're just going to be looking to reposition. You can see Mushu, he's actually managed to get back to the base. Boxy lends a sap onto Liam, and it appears that Champingo, they're going to be coming back. They're actually just going into a completely defensive formation at this point. Maybe they feel like with how far ahead they are in killing blows, it's to their advantage to just try to stall it out. We got 12 minutes left on the match, and it looks like Champingo, with the way they're repositioning, it looks like they want to do that, but no. I mean, Steezy, LLL, QQX, he's actually going to be moving forward as well, and it looks like the offense of Champingo, they are regrouping, and they're going to be looking to make a play.
Yeah, and they still have 3 people here in that offense, so let's see what they can do. And I think it's a pretty intelligent thing. Send more people back, force more people on Anti-Gnome to be sent in offense. That way you're going to deal with less defense as well. And at the same time, you're going to have pressure on the map. You're also going to have somebody who can repick if Genova dies. And now we see a big push here onto Genova, but they're just wiping everybody here, it seems.
Double Palm Pyro onto Vix. He gets deleted out of the match. And now we'll see what they can get done. Voxy as well. He's in there. He's trying to take him down. But it just looks like, once again, it is going to be wipe city here. Champingo, I think they're going to be able to hold on. And just the sheer damage, the AoE damage, the control from, improved counterspell. I have to say they're doing a great job coordinating those silences as well. You get the silences on the healer and then just put out a ton of burst damage with all your cooldowns. Makes it difficult for them to really have a solid response and get those skills out, especially when they're running through a gauntlet. Mushu right now is caught into a blind, and he could be in some trouble here.
Yeah, let's see. I think the only time he goes down here is if Steezy has a recklessness. I don't think Mushu is going to be in too much trouble here. I think Champingo is just kind of sending in a couple of basically little cannon fodder here to have some kind of presence on the offense, just so they don't find themselves in a situation where Anti-Gnome is sending in everybody. But it is a risky strategy here. Like, sure, you're owning on kills, but 25 minutes only have elapsed. You still got to defend for another 10 minutes potentially. If you slip up one time, if that mage ice blocks and is too slow with repicking the flag, anything like that, and you're going to lose. And this is an elimination match, so whoever loses here is out of the tournament. So Champingo definitely needs to be careful, and I want to see them still continue having an offensive presence on the map, just because of the nature of how squishy the mage is. You can see now Anti-Gnome with a big offensive push here, man.
Yeah, Anti-Gnome, they have grouped up on the Horde side graveyard, and they're going to be looking to move in potentially here if they can. We shall see. Mushu's going to be feeling safe and sound. Champingo, they're actually inside of the base right now, so At this point, they can make a play if they want to. We'll have to see if they end up doing that, or if they're just going to be kind of waiting inside, chilling, just waiting for the perfect moment for them to actually make a push. We'll definitely see. It looks like they're feeling pretty confident right now. Nova, he as well, as Anti-Gnome is making a push. Here, once again, they're going up the gauntlet of mages. We'll have to see if they can survive all the AoE damage. Nuxie, Zizgod, Unova as well going in with some big damage. Can they take him down? We'll have to see. Maggie actually with a nice feigned death there. And the damage is coming out, but it looks like Anti-Gnome, they're actually able to survive. Catastro down to 10% health. If they take him down, it's so unfortunate. Just losing a single member of your offense is really difficult to deal with. The Vix could easily fall right now. Catastro barely holding on, but it is Catastro who does fall first. Ziz also gets caught into the crossfire. And this is actually looking nice. It looks like Anti-Gnome, they're doing it. They're pushing forward. They're staying alive. They actually have the numbers advantage here. Ganova, this could easily be a situation where he does fall. The mage is trying to get as much pressure as possible. He blinks, but he has nowhere to go. TGL down low. Ganova, he's going for it. He gets taken down. And it looks like Musho might be able to get the cap, and he does. And I mean, that is the problem. If you don't find those kills, your mage is not durable. He's not mobile enough to really escape, especially when you have so many people all over you. And Anti-Gnome, they're going to be able to capitalize on that.
Yeah, but let's see if we can get any speed cap shenanigans. This is always, kind of a counter effect of the first cap. We usually see the second cap come through pretty quickly after that. And let's see who can pick it up. It's going to be the rogue here using a free action potion. And he gets caught up in crowd control instantaneously right there. He does get dispelled. Does he have a sprint? Does he have anything? Doesn't look like it. He's just running it down with a free action potion in slow motion. There's a speed buff, and he's not going to take it. What? All right, he's not going to take that speed buff. He's just going to go ahead and activate the sprint, I do believe. Here, he's going to drop the flag to Zizgod, I do believe. Waiting, taking his time.
Feared. Trinkets.
Okay, he's just going to keep going with the flag here. All right. He's going back. I'm not sure DDCL here, if he wants to hold on to that flag. Rogues are pretty squishy class, but now he is going to gouge Vix and drop it to Nuxie. Nuxie on that mage. You love to see it. He's going to have that flag and potentially be able to cross here. He blinks across, but his rocket boots backfire right away. No.
They return the flag, though.
Ooh, they return the flag. He counterspells the sheep. He goes
for might actually be able to get it.
Does he have a speed pot, though? He needs to get a speed pot or something here. He could actually potentially speed cap this one.
They're going to do it.
They're going to do it, man. There's no one else in the base.
Yeah, there's no one else in the base. There's no one on that side of the map. Nuxie, ASMY, they're going to be able to do it. They're pushing through the tunnel, and this is going to tie it up and, in fact, put it in the lead of Champingo. And I'm sure Anti-Gnome at this point, they cannot believe what has just happened. Victory has kind of slipped out of their fingers at this point, but, I mean, they're not out of it yet. We've got about 6 minutes left on the match, but that's definitely got a sting there for Anti-Gnome. A great play there by Champingo, actually getting the flag across the map.
Wow. What I was really confused there for a second about DDCL's choices there to not take the speed, and because he could have taken the speed and then staggered it with a sprint and really done a super fast cap, but it didn't end up hurting them anyway. They are able to trade it to Nuxie. Nuxie didn't have rocket boots or anything, but he had his blinks to close some of those distances, and they're able to take down Mushu. And that is the strength here of Champingo's composition. They need to take down Mushu before he crosses the map. If Mushu gets to cross the map, then they are going to be in big trouble. And a good thing here is they do have a hunter's mark here on the druid. Mushu mounting up. Let's see, what is he trying to do here? I think Catastro was actually trying to pick up the flag for him, and now he's going to go around and try to go through the tunnel, and I think they could actually potentially stop him here. You see TGL with the flag, going to go ahead and drop it soon for Mushu here maybe, but they're just going to go after him. He just blinked, and if they connect on him, he's just going to die here. I think he's going to drop it right now. Will they click it? No, Mushu does get the click right there. Can they keep up the pressure? Mushu caught up in a fear. Trinket's out of that one. Does have his team with him so far. Liam X going for the grenade, going for the Ellie Mastery. Isn't able to find it just yet.
Oh, but then we can see another quick cap here. But he's all by himself. There's 2 members of Anti-Gnome on top of him right now. If he can't get away, he actually drops the flag. If Mushu can get to the base, they can actually get the cap, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Oh, they do take him down. Oh.
Noxie with the hero impact proc right there in the nick of time. Manages to catch Mushu right before he enters that tunnel. And that was going to be another speed cap. And this is the part of the game that this is the most interesting part to me, in my opinion, when you're just trying to stop that druid from getting to the flag room at every cost. Because if you play without a druid and they have a druid and you're in a situation where your flag is on the roof and their flag is on the roof, that's where the druid has a massive advantage. But now Noxie going for the flag cap plays here. Let's see what he can do here, making his way through the tunnel, going back actually up onto the roof. And I'm not sure what they're trying to do here. They're trying to maybe reposition, get a little bit more information as to where the enemy team is. But if they stall too long in the base, that means Mushu is going to be able to pick up the flag. He's going to be in the flag room right now, uncontested, pick up the flag. And if Mushu can cross the map with his flag, it would be a pretty devastating situation here for Champingo. But if both teams can deathball the flag and they can catch the druid, that could be big. And look at this. Cash me outside. How about that? He's in the tunnel. Let's see. Can he get the death coil? Doesn't look like he's going to go for it just yet. I think he wants to hold on to it, potentially. Maybe get Mushu a little bit lower before he commits all of his damage. But it could be too late. He is a druid, you know. Mushu can be much faster than everybody else. And I think Cash Me Outside is just going to go back to the graveyard as a result of going into that tunnel alone. The DDCL is right next to Mushu as well, just ignoring him. He's prioritizing getting Genova across here. They know that they have the lead. They just need to stall for 3 more minutes. Genova with the flag goes down and gets returned. And Mushu is going to be able to cap it.
No!
Oh,
DDCL, what are you doing?
He could have slowed him down.
Unfortunate. DDCL, he could have actually... You were just talking about that. He actually just completely ignored Mushu. I mean, I think he would have had what it takes to slow him down, but we can never know for sure. But Champingo, I think they actually just left the game. They kind of realized that this one. Actually, they didn't. They're still in it. But yeah, I mean, that definitely a bit of a disaster. They have 2 minutes. They have to quit cap. There's no question about it. DDCL, he's in a position to grab the flag, but that is super unfortunate decision making there. And as a result, Anti-Gnome will be going up in this one.
Yeah, that was a pretty significant mistake there by DDCL, I think, in the end. I think he could have actually slowed down the game enough there, just gouging and binding and just slowing down the druid and even maybe picking up the flag himself at the end there if it came to it, buying a couple of extra seconds. But we'll never know really how that would play out. So unfortunate stuff there for Champingo, but I gotta say they have been super fun to watch in that game.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, it's not over yet. They have a minute to get the flag across, and as we know, Zico, it is possible.
Yeah, I see. Well, it is possible if you are part of a specific gang, but I don't think anybody on that squad is going to be a part of that gang. So I'm going to go ahead and count Champingo out. And I'm going to be honest with you, Ben, I misclicked my keybind to leave the game. So I can't see anything going on the screen
okay.
anymore.
Well, I'll say what's going on. Nuxie, he's going for it. He's going to be crossing the map. It's looking like it could be okay, but Mushu with the flag, he is looking solid. He has the flag, but he can't escape the base just yet. But if he gets out of the base, I feel like there's almost no way they can, get the flag into their base and also take down Mushu. But it is possible. We're at 34 minutes. I'm going to be checking to see when we are at 35 right now. Anti-Gnome in the lead. There's just a few moments left in the game. Can they actually capture the flag? Nuxie actually in a decent position. And we'll see. Can they do it? Catastro, he gets the flag. He's going to escape once again. MVP plays Skull of Impending Doom, but they're all over him. They actually take him down, and they cap the flag. There's
What?
no way. I will have to get a timer on that one. That was too close to call. It's 35 minutes when I looked, but they might have actually done it. There's no way. They would definitely have to go to the admins for that one because there's no way I'm going to be feeling confident making a call. This is absolutely the closest game of the day. No question about it.
We're going to have to go to VAR review on that one, but what an amazing game, man.
Dude.
It's awesome to watch this game.
Yep. I mean, I know you didn't get a chance to see those last moments, but basically we saw the handoff onto Nuxie from DDCL. Oh, we actually do have a little bit of time left, apparently. So, yeah, we do have some time left. There is an opportunity here. I was wrong on that one. Admin 7 for me. We have a little bit over a minute left in the match. And that does mean that Anti-Gnome, they have a situation here where they might be able to do it. Genova, once again, he does have the flag, but such a close game. I'm just going to talk about the few moments that happened for that fourth flag capture, the second flag capture for Champingo. Just really nicely done there by Nuxie, crossing the map. And honestly, the defenders keeping Musho in place, making sure Catastro wasn't able to escape with the flag. They really set their team up for success.
Just amazing. What a story. We were both kind of counting on. We're like, yeah, they don't have too much time left. I don't think it's gonna work out for them. But hero play after hero play, and they find themselves in a situation where they can actually take out Antinome. And for Antinome, what a weird situation. They beat the Russians, basically tying up a game like that, and now karma just comes swiftly and hits them right back in their face. But in the disguise of Noxy, the Bulgarian hero.
And Genova right now, he's got the flag. He's trying to kite it around. He is the only one with the flag right now. And I just don't think there is enough time. And I have been informed by production that Champingo has just won I think this is probably my favorite one of the day for multiple reasons. Champingo, they're not even using a druid. First of all, they don't have a druid on their team. They're playing a mage flag carrier, a 3-mage defense, and with an unbelievable quick cap, they managed to come back in the series and actually knock Anti-Gnome out of the tournament.